Hi, welcome back to Queer Women Rising. I'm your host, SophiaSpallino. I'm excited you're joining me on another solo podcast episode today. If you've never been here before, this show is all about how to avoid the dating drama and all of the love, little moments, joys in queer relationships. I'm normally interviewing women who have fallen in love and learning their secrets to how they built their little lives of joy and love. Because there's not enough examples of queer women who are doing it, like doing the thing, living a really big life or a happy, peaceful, small, quiet, soft life and being happy with their partners. We don't see examples of that. I know, especially as a femme growing up in South Louisiana, that I was not shown examples of women who I thought looked like me and were doing certain things in life that I wanted to do. I was like, oh, there's no one who looks like me, so I couldn't be gay. And then I got older, I realized there were no like role models that looked like me that I was aware of, right? And so my goal with the show is to bring on women who are doing really cool things in life, living really beautiful, healthy partnerships, and showing us how it's done. But today, you might be thinking, I want to be in a space where I'm ready for that kind of love, but am I? Like, I want that, but am I actually being that? Because as you know, in order to attract what we want, we have to be the energy of that. And many people say, Sophia, why don't you have your future wife yet then? I honestly have been very focused on helping other women find their future wives and not being in the headspace to date seriously right now. So I'll be the first to admit that I am not ready for this yet because I went through heartbreak when I thought that I was in a place for this type of relationship, this forever person. I thought that that's what I had. And then when I lost it, I realized I just needed to take a step back and really fall in love with myself, build my own life, keep working so hard to help my clients find love and really build my team to make not only my clients happy, but keep growing Queer Country Club to bring you more beautiful, accomplished, successful women. So I've been putting a lot of energy into my work and not really into my dating life. With that being said, I have full faith that when God brings me my future partner, I'm just going to know. Like, I will just know. And until then, I'm getting to meet beautiful women every single day, whether they come to the retreat, they join Queer Country Club, or they're one of my private matchmaking clients, or they come in for coaching. Whatever capacity, I'm meeting incredible women every day. I am dating, I'm figuring it out. And these are the 6 signs that you need to be looking for to ask yourself if you're ready to go all in and find your future partner. If you answer these, I want to work with you. I genuinely want to work with you. I am like 4 out of 6, yes, for me, but I'm so focused on this beautiful work that I get to do. So yes, I know that's the curiosity. Sophia, why not you? But this is about you right now. And I know the difference between someone who's ready and someone who's not ready. I coach literally all day. I take women in for high-level matchmaking and hear their stories, hear what they went through, and hear what they want next. And I can tell when someone's truly ready and has the capacity in their life to bring in partnership. And so there's 6 signs. I want to go through them with you. And let's see if you are on that path to being truly single and ready to find your future wife. Okay? So here, let's get into it. The first one is you are very clear on what you want. Like, you've got what I like to call your future wife wish list, which I have as well. Every morning when I wake up and I do my stretches and I talk to God, I go over my future wife wish list and I thank God in advance for my future wife with all of these incredible characteristics. So make yourself a wish list if you haven't yet. It's super important to help you stay on task. So it's easy to see someone and be like, oh, they're cool or they're hot. But you could keep making exceptions for them and continue down a path of dating someone you actually don't want to marry if you are or have a life partnership with if you do not stay very focused on what you want. And I highly encourage making an opposing list, what I don't want, and writing down all the things in past relationships that are now deal breakers for you, so you can be really clear and not make exceptions for the next person when something's really not working for you. Okay. So when someone's ready, they stop saying stuff like, I'm open to whatever happens, right? And they just start owning what they want. Like, they don't make space for someone who's doing less, for someone who is less than what they want, for someone who's less than emotionally available, for someone who's less than their standards. If someone has had trouble with drinking and they're sober and they know very clearly they need someone sober in their lives, they're not saying, well, maybe like she could. No, they're very clear that they need a sober partner too, right? Whatever that is, figure it out. Know your deal breakers, know your desires. A deal breaker, desire, future wife wish list, super important. If you haven't done that yet, that's the first thing you need to do after you listen to this episode. And you need to look at it every day and remind yourself that you are worthy of what you want, that she's out there. That's one thing I can tell you as I do private matchmaking. There's so many incredible, badass queer women who are single, who are ready, who are living incredible lives and just missing their future wife. There's so many. It's not like you're alone in the world. It just feels like it because there's not a lot in your area, but there are actually many women who want exactly what you want and who will make incredible life partners. So get that clarity for yourself and don't settle. The second sign is that you have thoroughly healed from past relationships. Like, you do not look at your love, your current experiences through the lens of past heartbreak. It's okay to have the wisdom from past heartbreak, but you're not looking like literally like when you put on sunglasses that change your vision to a different color. Heartbreak can do this to us. When you are fully healed, you're not just comparing people to your past or operating out of fear. You are making decisions to align yourself with someone who you love their character traits and you love each other. You are no longer looking to fix someone or fix your past. There's nothing to fix. You just know you learned from it. You were able to get super clear, create your future wife wish list filled with your desires and your deal breakers. And you're no longer operating out of fear or staying away from people because of fear. You're leaning into and magnetizing the people you want because of the love that's inside of you, the love that's ready. You're not defining yourself by those past relationships. That means you've totally healed from it. Okay. 3, you are comfortable with emotional intimacy. This one is tricky, especially as a matchmaker who only helps women who are looking for that monogamous life partner. Well, I say only. If someone came to me as a private client and they were like, I really want to date many beautiful women, blah, 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 I would just be upfront with the matches and be like, she's not wanting to find a wife. I would just be upfront, straight up. But in my work, I am known as, and what I have historically done is be the matchmaker for monogamous queer women. And monogamy is not just about exclusivity with who you sleep with. It is about being vulnerable with one person. It is about having your partner truly be your best friend and being intimate in the spiritual sense that like you can read each other's mind, that telepathy, like all the closeness that you build with one person doesn't come from you having emotional intimacy with a ton of people. It is because you've made something sacred between you and your partner, and you've got to let someone in emotionally. You've got to be comfortable with being seen at your worst. You have to offer that same safety to your partner. And when you have that safety and when you're open to that level of vulnerability and you truly become each other's best friend, you build a monogamous bond. And that can only happen when someone's comfortable with getting close, with being emotionally vulnerable. So if you're not ready for that, you need to do some healing. Now, I will say, people think, oh, I'm not ready. guess what? Everyone's going to have a thought about their ex sometimes. Everyone's going to have a thought of like, I'm afraid to be vulnerable about this. But are you capable of doing it anyway? Because you cannot spend your whole life waiting to be healed. There is no healed ideal you. You are an imperfect human, but are you making the active choices to be better, to be ready, to step into the newest version of you, to take one step forward today? You're always one decision away from a whole new life, from your whole new love, from meeting your soulmate, from landing your dream job, from writing your book, like whatever it is, you're always one decision away. And if you are afraid to step into the dating world again, or to start looking for love, or just be open to smiling people in the grocery store, if you're not open to that, you're not ready to emotional intimacy, and no one's going to be ready for everything all at once, but you have to be committed to taking that next step. If you're not thinking about the future and you're living in the past, there's no way that you can be ready for that emotional intimacy with someone else. So if you can at least be committed to always taking the next step and doing the next right thing and trying your best to be vulnerable with the person you're with, then you are ready and you can count number 3 as a sign to go. Okay, real quick, I need to tell you about Wisp, an online healthcare service that is for the girls, gays, theys, and me. In fact, for 3 years, they have been a part of my daily regimen. I know many of you listening long to create beautiful, women-loving women relationships. And that, my dears, begins with excellent kitty care. Like, no offense, I don't know about you, but I personally don't want to be at a kitty cat cafe, if you know what I mean, that doesn't provide the freshest dessert for me to lick. So do unto others as you'd have them do unto you, and keep your kitty cat cafe fresh. With Wisp, everything from the consult to receiving meds is done from the comfort of your phone, and the company is proud of being inclusive, cost-effective, and accessible for everyone. Wisp believes that you know your body better than anyone else, which means no more urgent care visits for issues such as UTIs, yeast infections, or STI treatment. You can save so much time not going to in-person appointments or waiting in line at pharmacies. The free shipping will save you so much time. Or same-day pharmacy pickup can have you feeling better faster. Before Wisp, I was prone to getting BV, but my kitty pH balance stays perfect. Chef's kiss now that I am on a consistent probiotic regimen. Ladies, this is so important. Personally, I subscribe monthly to Wisp probiotics, Sexy Time Lube, and OMG cream. It's like female Viagra. I also get D-mannose and boric acid vaginal suppositories as needed, so I'm prepared if something starts to fill off down there. Also, if you're about to meet a new partner from my lesbian dating platform, you definitely want to be tested before sleeping with someone new. You can order discreet online testing from your bed before you jump into bed. Go to the link in the show notes to learn more, or go to hellowisp.com and use my code Sophia for 15% off. That's code Sophia, SOPHIA, for 15% off all your kitty needs. You're welcome. Okay, back to the show. 4, ooh, this is tricky. You are not distracted by what ifs. In the world of social media, in the world of endless swiping on endless profiles, swiping fatigue on regular dating apps, shameless plug, Queer Country Club is a swipeless community platform where women get to know each other based on their values and are matched with AI and meet in live virtual meetups. You need to not be distracted by what ifs, okay? If you're not in Queer Country Club, or whatever, wherever you're at, whether you're on social media, you're on traditional dating apps, I don't want you to be living in your headspace thinking the grass is always greener, because it's not. Having a crush on someone new is literally just not knowing information about them. Like, literally, what makes a crush and those chemicals in your body and the excitement is not knowing someone yet, them not being fully known to you, and you having a deep attraction and curiosity about them. If you need to be chasing that feeling all the time, you are not emotionally mature. You need to slow down on your consumption. You need to stop swiping. You need to probably quit scrolling on social media as much. You need to go on like a dopamine cleanse. Because if you have that desire to always have that new crush feeling, you are not ready for deep, stable love. Because deep, stable love, the kind of love that is peaceful and you wake up in the morning and you drink coffee together and you know your partner is always going to be there for you, that is not the kind of relationship where you think, what if they're not my person? You are thinking that because you are overstimulated, because you are so distracted and there's so many options at all times in this day and age in 2025. But you know you're ready when you're in the place of, I don't want to think about options. I just want to meet someone who's a good fit for me. And I want to do the work with that person, which brings me to number 5. You are ready to grow with that one person. Like, you know, they're not going to be perfect. You understand that relationships require work, require effort, require compromise. And in the effort, you are going to get tired sometimes. In the effort of just dating, lesbian dating is freaking hard. We are like 1% of the population. Even with my help, even joining Queer Country Club, what I know and believe is the best dating platform filled with the highest quality lesbians in the world, it's still going to require effort because you have to put yourself out there. If you don't put yourself out there and you don't be the best version of yourself and show people who you are and be known and actually slide into people's DMs, and if you're in a relationship and you're not ready to grow with one person, you're not ready to do the work in that relationship, you're not ready to be known, you're not ready to be intimately vulnerable and emotionally vulnerable, you're not ready to go down the personal growth path of self-reflection when you get into an argument and try to change and be the better person, you're not ready. Because you have to know, I will do what it takes to grow. It doesn't matter what it is. I will do what it takes because I'm ready for a solid forever partnership. I want to wake up with the same woman when I'm 60. I want to wake up with the same woman when I'm 70. I want to do the work. I want to know a deep love. I want to know what deep devotion looks like. I want to live my life with someone, not just have someone be like a little accessory. That is one of the biggest signs. You're ready to grow with one person. You find it interesting to grow with one person. And that idea doesn't seem boring to you. You're like, I'm actually ready for that. I want to settle. 6, you are willing to prioritize love. And this is the hardest one for me because if you're a clear monogamous lesbian who's ready for a life partnership, you are ready to make room in your life, in your lifestyle, in your plan, in your 5-year plan, in your day-to-day plan. Plan to make room for someone else emotionally, mentally, logistically, especially as many lesbians start out long distance. You are not too busy to date because you know that if you don't start now, like literally, when are you going to freaking find your person, Sharon? It's like you're 45. If you do not prioritize love now, when will you ever do it? When will you ever find it? When will you ever have that life? When will you ever have time to prioritize it? You are not too busy. You need to be intentional. Everyone has the same amount of time in the day. You can be an incredibly accomplished, ambitious woman. I know because I am that, and my clients are that. My clients, many of them, are extremely successful and have gone 10 times further than me in their businesses. And they are making time for love intentionally because they know if they don't, they never will. It is time to create space for what you want. If you keep doing the same thing over and over, living the same routine, not making space, taking things casual, getting on the same platforms, doing the same song and dance with your ex, if you're not willing to prioritize love, like real love, because it's going to take more time and effort, I don't think you are going to find it, to be honest, because it takes time. And intimacy truly demands presence. And you can't give someone your presence if you don't give them your time. And if you don't make time for someone else, you're not making time for yourself to find love. And that's not healthy for you at this point, if you're still listening to this episode, because you are ready and craving that partnership. So I hope that hearing this has solidified, like, you are ready and you need to make time for yourself, or maybe it helped you realize, like, oh, I need to not be distracted by the what ifs. I say I want this thing, but then I actually like go down this rabbit hole of what ifs. If you're listening to this and you feel like I am talking to you, I'm open to continuing the conversation. Shoot me a DM on Instagram at SophiaSpallino. I want to help you find love. Lesbian love is hard to find. It doesn't have to be that hard. I want to help in whatever capacity that I can. I have a big network of outstanding women, and I'd love to introduce you. And with all that being said, start with the first sign that I gave you, the growth work for getting clear on what you want. Like, seriously, if you do one thing after this podcast episode, I want you to go write your future wife wish list. One page is your desire, so one side is your deal breakers. If you are struggling to get your desires out, start by writing your deal breakers from last relationships and then reflect on the opposite page, the opposite thing that you want. So if you're like, my ex was not physically affectionate, I had to really push to have sex, so you would put that on one page, and then on the opposite page you'd be like, I am looking for someone who physical touch is their love language. My future wife loves to touch me, we have sex, whatever frequency. Like, just share your dreams, share your visions, share your future wife wish list. This isn't just hope. This is a checklist of what you are looking for, what you are capable of finding, and what you are capable of receiving if you make yourself truly available for that lasting love, that life partner. Okay, until next time, I'll see you on Queer Women Rising. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at SophiaSpallino. And if you're curious about joining me and 7 to 10 extraordinary lesbians, single lesbians in a luxury setting at Canyon Ranch, be sure to apply to be a part of our next retreat. I'd love to see you there. You can apply by DMing me retreat on Instagram. So me and my team can look at your application and interview you, make sure you're a good fit to come on this high caliber trip, and go out there and make yourself emotionally available, ladies. Like, you've heard all 6 signs of what you need to be. And if there's anything that you feel you're not already doing, but you know you want to do it, start today. Freaking start today. I'm going to read the 6 signs one more time. You need to be clear on what you want and communicating it. You need to be healed from past relationships. Again, healing is not linear. Just because you think of your ex doesn't mean you're not healed, but it does mean that you're not looking through life through the tainted lens of past relationships. 3, you are comfortable with emotional intimacy or working towards it. 4, you're not distracted by what ifs. You actually want to settle down with one person. You don't want to wonder if the grass is greener. You want to do the work with somebody. 5, you're ready to grow with one person. You understand the effort that it takes. 6, you're willing to prioritize love with your time. You understand that if you don't start dating now, and if you don't find love now, how could you find your forever person? You are ready to put in that time. Okay, my loves, I'll see you in the next episode. Have an amazing day. Bye.